Sure, thank you. I would just like folks to take a moment to think about the following scenario. You have a flip phone, and yes, they still make these, and I actually have folks in the family that have these flip phones, and you pay for SMS messages, you have limited funds. You shop online and you're interested in buying from a new retailer that you found online, maybe somebody recommended them to you. During the sign up process, they ask for your phone number, they send you a text message, you type a code in, then you got to click in the link in your email, you do so, and then bam, your account's activated. Next, you log in and you get another text message for the auth. And now, all of a sudden, because you're paying for each of those SMS messages, uh, you start to wonder, hey, is it worth purchasing from this retailer because I'm getting a one-time authentication code each time for every step of the process? As you start to go through it, maybe you add items in there and try to check out, and yet another code is sent to you. Not every demographic and not every cell phone plan is created equally, and so you can actually rack up a lot of charges with this very simple authentication mechanism. If it's a flip phone, depending on how old it is, it might not have the ability to install an authenticator app. This is something that can be really challenging on older devices, but if you had a newer phone that had physical biometrics or the ability to install apps, you'd be able to transact easily online and interact. But if you don't have the finances for that, or you don't want a new device, that's where the challenge comes into play. 23% of Americans who make less than 30,000 per year don't own a smartphone, according to research from Pew Research aged in 2019. If you look at the roughly 3 in 10 adults with that that level of income, the 30,000 a year, 29%, they just don't own a smartphone. I can't imagine going through life without a smartphone nowadays. More than 4 in 10 adults don't have home broadband services or a traditional computer. The majority of lower income Americans don't own a tablet, but if you look at, by comparison, uh, what other income brackets and adults that are earning, say, 100,000 or more per year, uh, pretty much everyone in a household making over 100,000 will have a tablet, a computer, the latest trending smartphone, and that's a huge challenge when if you've gone into senior life and your finances are a lot more constricted, or if you're super young and your parents don't have that income to leverage. If we shift gears a bit and tackle one of my earlier points, uh, most online services don't need the majority of information they ask for and collect. This actually enables younger users to get really used to handing over vast quantities of information about themselves to just random service providers, when that service provider did not need to know that information to complete the interaction the user was looking for. As they age, they then become less and less comfortable because they start to accumulate large amounts of spam, abuse, and toil, such as just deleting emails from a company. And this can actually result in brand damage to online services as a whole, or translating into increased customer services calls to check if the email was a phishing email or a legitimate offer, among other use cases. Cybercrimes against older adults have increased 5 times since 2014, costing us more than $650 million in losses per year, according to the FTC in 2019. On a personal level, I find nothing more frustrating than service providers with a gender form that only support a binary options. So Mr., Miss, Mrs., or doctor. And I'm not a doctor, but that's the most gender neutral form option I have because they don't include the MX option.